Hello, and welcome to the Voice of Rio Grande. I'm Craig Klein, the Dean of Rio Grande Community College Programming. I'd like to welcome you to the show. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Harmoni Keller. Harmoni is the Southeast Ohio Tech Prep Regional Coordinator, and she serves a dual appointment at Rio Grande and also at Shawnee State University. So welcome.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you. Today we're going to be talking about all things tech prep. So we're just going to jump right into it. First slide, please. Okay. Ohio College Tech Prep, building quality career pathways. So I'd like to begin, Harmoni, by asking you to tell us briefly, in your own words, what college tech prep is.
So College Tech Prep, we help students get course credit quicker by allowing pathways from the secondary and post-secondary, just helping them get those course credits quicker into college, a faster track.
Okay, so if I'm a high school student, I can pursue some sort of technical preparation. Where?
You can, there's 4 career centers that I work with. So there's Pike County, Scioto County, Lawrence County, and then Buckeye Hills.
Buckeye Hills, which, as some of our viewers know, is actually just on the other side of the highway at the same exit where
Yes.
Rio Grande Community College is located. So let's take a look at slide 2. So in some detail, Tech Prep is 37 colleges and universities. Is that for the whole state or just our region?
The whole state.
The whole state. Working with 91 career technical planning districts. Okay, do all districts have a CTC, a Career and Technical Center like Buckeye?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a lot. The goal is to give opportunities for students to transfer skills and credits from secondary schools and adult education. Transfer skills to what? Exactly.
You're transferring your skills into a job opportunity.
Okay. And you do that through pursuing some sort of a post-secondary certificate or perhaps an associate's degree of some
Yes.
kind. Okay, very good. So we have career pathways, as the language goes. Okay, let's take, tell us about this. Tell us about this slide right here.
Okay, so our career pathways, there is a lot of different ones here that students can go into. We have agriculture, arts and communication, we have business, construction, education, engineering, finance, government, health science, hospitality, human services, information technology. We also have law and public safety, manufacturing, marketing, and transportation. And within that manufacturing, it can be like welding, courses like that.
Okay, so I pick a pathway. I'll pick one at random off of that list.
Okay.
The public safety one.
Okay.
Okay, so that means I would like to be a peace officer. Okay, so I'm in high school. Who do I see and tell them that I might be interested in a career like that? Do I go to a counselor? Do I go to my
Yeah,
counselor?
you can go to the counselor there, even in high school, your principal, because your principal will actually set up these. He applies for the CT 26s, which is an application for the school to get state funding for those pathways.
Okay.
So the principal at the school will know what pathways are available that their school offers.
Okay, so not all schools have all pathways.
Correct.
In fact, it might be safe to say that no school has all pathways.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so they're sort of customized for the region
Yes.
where they are. So here, they are for really education and training, wage and outlook information for related occupations. So a pathway is kind of like, well, here's a possible career track for you.
Yes.
Okay, so at what age do we start approaching students with these kinds of presentations?
As early as middle school.
Wow.
Yes.
I think about when I was in middle school, I really didn't understand college very well.
That's right, yeah.
So what's the pitch if you're in the 7th grade?
Well, it's just getting through college quicker.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and start in middle school and earn these college credits for whenever you do go to college. You don't have to take as many courses to earn your degree.
Okay. So I can imagine the parents would appreciate that
Yes.
quite a bit.
Yes.
And I'm speaking of finances here. So they can do things quicker. So the grading, the pathway actually can start in the training as early as grade 7.
Yes.
And move up. And what happens if a student changes their mind along the way?
Some of the courses that they can take, they are actually considered C tags, which that means it's going to be statewide. They can, whatever course that they took, it will actually transfer anywhere in the state of Ohio. So some of those courses, no matter which route they take, they will still go towards a degree of some sort.
Okay. So they don't really lose the credits, but they may be able to apply them in a general sort of way toward a certificate and a degree.
Right.
Okay. And quickly, a certificate would be 30 credits or less. Most classes in a college setting are 3 credit hours apiece. So roughly, you complete a course of study that's structured and focused in any given area, such as the list that you read. So staying with this public safety. So you might take, for example, roughly 10 classes and you would get a certificate at a post-secondary level. College is post-secondary. Or you might want to stay an extra year and pick up your associate's degree, because that would be 2 years. Most associate's degrees can be completed and are designed to be completed in 2 years or less.
Yes, and there's also pathways for after the associates, you can continue on into the bachelor's.
Okay, so a person could connect with this in the 7th grade at a relatively young age.
Yes.
And stay with this through 20-ish, or 20 or maybe beyond, maybe to a bachelor's.
Yes.
Bachelor's level. So it'd be for students not necessarily, if I'm actually unsure of being a college student or not, you know, maybe I'm 7th grade, maybe I've never thought of college, or I read about a college somewhere once, somewhere. I can still apply all of these things toward a focus of training and a possible career.
Yes.
Okay, and so that's really the goal. So let me put it another way. They can be customized, these pathways.
They can.
Okay. Let's have that slide up again, please, number 3. Okay, so we take a look here at the bottom, additional career planning resources, visit Ohio Means Jobs. What is Ohio Means Jobs?
Ohio Means Jobs, you can get on there and you can actually filter if you're looking into a teaching position. You can filter into putting education in there. It's just a way of finding a career.
Okay, so most county seats, I guess, would have a location for Ohio Means Jobs.
Yes.
So you can go there, or you can just go online and look.
Right.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's talk about structure for a moment. You are a regional coordinator.
Yes.
So how many regions are there?
So we have actually, there are 6 regions. And in my region, there's 6 of us actually. I'm in the Southeast region, and there's 6 of us within the Southeast region. And then we have a chief administrator that is over all 6 of us. So we work together.
Okay. So the regional centers are jointly managed by ODHE, that's speak for Ohio Department of Higher Education, and the Ohio Department of Education, that would be the below college level training, and they have a special office of career and technical education. So I'm guessing all of these offices are in Columbus?
They are in Columbus.
They're all in Columbus somewhere? Okay. So let's take a look at slide 5. Okay. So there are 6 Ohio College Tech Prep centers that are liaisons to 91 career and technical planning districts. My goodness. Okay, so we're going to funnel 91 into 6. That includes also 23 community colleges and 14 universities. This is a lot of separate groupings to try to keep track of.
Yes, and that's why there's a lot of us, and we all work together within all 6 regions. We all group together. If we have questions, we call each other and get each other connected.
Okay, so centers work with their education partners, and the education partners, by that, it's meant not just the colleges, but also
The career centers.
career and technical centers such as Buckeye Hills near where we are
Right
now. So the whole idea is to earn college credit while in high school. Okay, is this complementary to or separate from College Credit Plus, or is it kind of all the same thing?
I think it's all about the same thing.
Because they all accomplish the same goal. And College Credit Plus is a program whereby students can take college courses, not necessarily technically oriented ones, and receive credit as well. So Ohio is actually working to find multiple paths to help students at the secondary level, high school level, to not only earn college credits, but be able to accumulate enough of them to make a significant difference in how long it takes to go to college and complete it. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Quick recap here. 91 centers. Okay, how many centers in our district? Did you say 4? 4 here in Southeast Ohio?
Yes, the career centers that I work with, yes.
Okay, and so remind me again who they are. They're Buckeye?
We have Buckeye Hills,
which is here in Rio Grande.
Pike, Lawrence County, and Scioto County.
Okay, and they all funnel in some way to Nelsonville in this region?
Nelsonville, we have a map, yes, in Nelsonville.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody works together. Here's our map. We'll see this again in a minute. So we can see that Ohio is divided into 6 separate parts for tech prep. Are these based upon population, sort of? There are a lot of counties, and they would go through Nelsonville.
Yes, and that's why there's actually 6 of us coordinators that work within the Southeast region, because you can see it's a much bigger region than the others. So there's 6 of us that will work together under one chief administrator.
So we have 6 regions, and in our region we have 6 coordinators, and away we go. So lots of people working on this. All right, with that we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Voice of Rio Grande after this. Hi, welcome back to the Voice of Rio Grande. I'm Craig Klein, the Dean of Rio Grande Community College Programming, and I am joined today by Ms. Harmoni Keller, Southeast Ohio Tech Prep Regional Coordinator, and we're talking about all things Tech Prep. So thanks for staying with us. Let's go back to that map for a moment. Very colorful. Okay. So you have, as we've learned, 6 people who work in this region.
Yes.
And then then there's a regional office in Nelsonville. And from there, everything seems to be based out of Columbus.
Yes.
So does that mean you work in Columbus?
I do travel to Columbus quite a bit. But it's mainly whenever we travel to Columbus, it's where we do our conferences to recap on what's going on and our new goals for the future for students.
All right. When you do your job, you have a dual appointment with Shawnee State?
Yes.
And Rio Grande. How does that work?
So I spend half of my time at Shawnee State and the other half at Rio Grande. Whenever I'm at Shawnee, I talk to faculty members there as well as when I'm here at Rio. So I'm building connections at both colleges and then going out into the career centers and building relationships. Okay.
So you don't just visit us, you also visit our friends and colleagues at Buckeye Hills across the highway here.
Yes, lots of travel.
Okay,
yes.
Lots of travel. Seems like that would go with the job.
Yes.
Do you visit other colleges in our region as well?
I do. Yesterday I had a visit at Zane State, so I do visit up there. Okay.
And again, a lot of driving.
Yes.
Okay. Let's take a step back for a second and talk about the history of Tech Prep. And we have, this is the first of 3 slides. And let's leave it up for a second. So Ohio College Tech Prep concept, it sounds like it's much more than a concept at this point, is a seamless, non-duplicative, integrated pathway. That's pretty fancy language. So Non-duplicative, I think I can figure out. It doesn't, there's nothing else like it. Okay, and you're not asking people to take or do things twice. Integrated pathway is harder for me to understand. What is an integrated pathway?
So we have within all of the lists that I covered earlier that I read, in each of those, so in manufacturing, there's going to be more than one pathway. So it's a custom pathway each, so manufacturing, so welding, you have different pathways on there that you can go through.
Okay. And seamless means that we don't leave, I'm guessing means we don't leave any gaps in the training.
Yes.
Okay, so everything that is designed to be taken actually can be taken in its proper order and within a specified time frame.
Yes.
Okay, good. So again, we start in high school, goes through post-secondary education, leads to success in a chosen technical career field. Okay, so what exactly is the measure of success?
The measure of success would be to get through college quicker by earning those college credits and then going out and starting your career.
Okay. And is the goal to place people back in the region from which they came, or to make them ready to go anywhere in Ohio or beyond for that matter?
Anywhere in Ohio or beyond, yes.
Okay, but so we want them to be ready.
Yes.
Okay, and give them certificates or degrees or at the least individual credits toward some type of a chosen career pathway that are portable. Okay, can be carried with them wherever they would go.
Right.
Okay, let's see the next slide, please. Okay, so this has been going on for 23 years.
Yes.
Okay, Ohio's invested significantly in the concept. Clearly, Ohio has invested significantly in the organizational structure. How is this paid for exactly?
It is state funded.
So my taxes?
There you go.
Okay. Okay, and diligently work to brand tech prep in Ohio on a national level. So we want people to know that this exists and that we're doing good things here in the state.
Yes.
Okay. This next part's a little hard because the language is kind of circular, but in 2013 the state transitioned to all non-tech prep career tech ed programs. That sounds non-tech prep career tech education programs to high quality college tech prep program standards. So after we got everything up and running for about 20 years or so, then we sort of reformatted the structure of things. And as a result of that, all the career tech ed programs are now synonymous with tech prep programs in Ohio. Okay, that's a good thing, right?
It is. Yes, we actually just redid our map, and it was able to break everything down into smaller groups to help that. So whenever you look at our map and there is that those six regions.
Can we see that map again, please? Sorry. Okay.
Yes, so whenever you look at the map and there is the 6 regions here, so the southeast used to not be as bigger. The southwest was actually a bigger region, and
that's the Cincinnati one?
Yes, in Cincinnati. So they've actually broke off our southeast, and we are a bigger region now.
Okay, it looks huge to me.
It is.
So
we have a very big region. We do
many
a lot
counties.
of work.
Okay. That's really quite remarkable that this is so well organized and with all these different players, and that somehow it all works. I think that's terrific. Let's continue with our history for just a minute. And this will be History 3. Here we go. All programs in Tech Prep are referenced as career technical education programs. So it's not that I can't study traditional liberal arts things, maybe through College Credit Plus. You know, I could study history, psychology, philosophy, whatever I might like. But this is strictly for trade and tech kinds of things. Okay, this is what used to be generally referred to as applied coursework. The Tech Prep regional centers, according to slide 3, preserve the integrity of what Tech Prep is. So in other words, places like Rio Grande will work with Buckeye Hills and any other career and technical center for that matter. We will all work together to stay on task and focused on the primary goal.
Yes, and creating these pathways.
Creating
for
pathways for
students.
students. Any idea how many students are in this program? Just in general numbers? 50,
No.
10,000?
Oh, it's hard to tell. I mean, it's a lot.
Okay, quite a few. So what we want to do is use that structure again and try to funnel people as best we can along. So we're going to do a little review here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm a bright and earnest 7th grader, okay, and I think I might like to be, I might like to work in law enforcement.
Okay.
Or maybe I want to be a welder. I don't know. I'm in 7th grade.
Right.
So I would begin by finding my high school principal and having a conversation with him or her. Then I may also visit my guidance counselor and talk to her or him.
Yes.
And they would make me aware of which of those many programs that you read are there. Is it possible to hear those again?
Yes.
Okay. And
Okay, so our programs that you can earn your college credits for is agriculture, arts and communication, business construction, education, engineering, finance, government, health science, hospitality, human service, information technology, law and public safety, manufacturing, marketing, and transportation.
okay, and that's quite a list.
It is, yes.
Okay. So
And
hospitality.
each one of those, there's many pathways.
Okay, so I'm
within
imagining
those.
hospitality could be anything from lodging and guest service kinds of things to, is culinary in
Yes.
that one too? Okay, so if I ever wanted to cook for lots of people,
Yes.
not everyone wants to, but for those who do, that's something that all the rest of us highly value. So all of these things have any number of pathways. So it's not just the list that you read, it's also several things on the list.
Yes.
So again, if I wanted to know that list, I would go to a website, I'll bet you.
Yes, and the website is www.techprepseo.org,
And SCO is Southeast Ohio.
Southeast Ohio.
Okay, and there I could find that list, that full list that you've read for us.
Yes.
Okay, and see what's there. So the Department of Education's website is also listed here. It's a bit longer. I'm not going to read it, but it is there. And between one or the other, one ought to be able to find pretty much anything they want to about Tech Prep.
Yes, this website, it covers everything. If you go on the education website there, you can go under topics and then click on Career Tech and College Tech Prep, and you're going to have everything that you can ever want to know about Tech Prep.
All right. So, as usual, we have an electronic reference to find things. And why would you need such a reference? Well, if you have 37 colleges and universities working with 91 career technical planning districts, divided into 6 regions with multiple career and technical centers in them, the logistics start to become more than I think any one person can track.
Yes, very overwhelming.
It is. So if you're interested in Tech Prep, please talk with either your high school principal, high school guidance counselor, get involved, explore it. As they say, there's nothing, there are no costs, there's nothing to explore this as a possibility. If it sounds like something you're interested in, share it with others. Share it with your friends, share it with your parents, certainly, and other students as we all sort of work toward this common goal. And that common goal, other than to recruit lots of people, is to obviously keep lots of people.
Yes.
So what we're doing is meeting Ohio's workforce needs starting at an early age. We're identifying people early. We're getting them into those career pathways, and which can lead to certainly college credit, but also certificates, not just certificates from the career and technical centers like Buckeye Hills, but also for certificates and or degrees from post-secondary places like where we're sitting right now.
Yes.
Okay. Last but not least, there are multiple websites where a person can see this and find out more information. We could see those websites one more time. So the Ohio Department of Higher Education, otherwise known as ODHE, certainly has a site. And then the education site exists also. That's the Ohio Department of Education. So similar names. There's only the word higher is just missing from the second one. But where you can go for lots of information and proceed from there. And with that, I want to thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you, Harmony. This is Harmony Keller. She is our Southeast Ohio Tech Prep Regional Coordinator. And for the voice of Rio Grande, I'm Craig Klein, Dean of Rio Grande Community College Programming. Thanks for joining us. Bye.